Previously on Super Meat Boy. Back to the episode. And I'm back with more Super Meat Boy. Here we go. Brindle. Let's see. Meat Boy, always the best character. Well, not always, but in most situations, How'd I die from that? Anyway, let's just get going. And hopefully I won't die a lot. As I just did. You know, Super Meat Boy is actually a pretty fun game. I mean, it's so cool. How do I keep dying? I mean, I could theoretically touch that thing, but I mean, really? But, I should have thought. Anyway, Super Meat Boy is actually a pretty fun game. I mean, I'm a bit more of a cooperative... But, Super Meat Boy is a pretty fun game. I know, can't believe it either. But, you know, it's, as I said, but Super Meat Boy is actually a pretty fun game. I mean, it's pretty difficult, which makes it good in my book. Because I do love a challenge in video games. Do love having something to be difficult. I do lean a bit more towards cooperative games though. I mean, it's a bit more my thing because I don't like really play games alone. It gets sort of boring. Maybe I have some sort of social disorder thing. I mean, it could very well be. Because I don't really like play games or do many things alone. It kind of sucks. But, well, wow, this got personal fast. But, I guess... Recently? Damn it. But anyway, so Halloween was like 3 days ago, and, well... Yeah. Fuck. There. Got it. Anyway, so Halloween was a couple of days ago, and I have to say that Halloween is... I kinda hate it, but I kinda like it. The reasons is, well, I don't really like scary stuff. I know, I'm sort of always been a coward on that, and like pretty much everyone else I know pretty much likes or sort of liked or either lied about liking like horror movies or something or whatever. Like everyone in my class when I was like in elementary school freaking loved it, or either they lied or they didn't say. But everyone in my family was always like, oh, horror movies, like, oh, you're so... Maybe I'm overreacting a little bit, but it sort of felt like it. Like, they were sort of mocking me because I didn't really like scary stuff, and... Yeah, because I get easily scared. I even have a fear of darkness. The fear of dark is a real struggle, alright? But... As I was saying, good things about Halloween, and I do like the sort of tradition of going trick-or-treating. I mean, I never did it a lot myself, but I mean, it sort of reminds me a bit of my childhood. Which is great, even though I only went trick-or-treating like 2 or 3 times in my entire life, so... There's a bit on that. And I also like the, costume parties and stuff. I've never actually been to one, but the concept of it was just dressing up is sort of cool. I've only been to one in my entire life. Which I didn't really enjoy it, but I mean, it was a long time ago, and... I don't know, just dressing up sounds like fun. Never did... I've almost never done it, but I mean, it sounds fun, and it's just sort of... different than what I usually do, because I almost always do boring things. No, don't get me wrong, video games are fun and all, but... Sometimes I just wish I could... I always can, but sometimes I just want to go and do other things. Because sitting and playing video games isn't all that bad, but sometimes you just want to do other things. Like, I don't know, hang out with friends, which I actually do sometimes, but all this, the only thing we do is play video games, which I kind of like though. Since I'm with friends, it's a lot more fun than it usually is. Wow, this got derailed from Halloween really fast. Back to Halloween topic. Fun costume. I think I actually covered, like, pretty much. I could elaborate a little bit. I did mention a bit being afraid of scary stuff, which makes sense, you know, it's scary stuff. But that's always been sort of a weird thing. Sorry. Where was I? Halloween, scary stuff. Right. I did mention I have a fear of darkness. I should always finish the next. Anyway, a fear of darkness. I've always had that. And, it's been a pain in the ass since, like, the beginning of my life. I remember once being, what was it? It must have at least been, like, at least 3 years old. Like, from, like, 3 to 5 years old, and, the power went out in our house, and, I was super scared, and my twin brother had to lead me up the stairs and to our parents. I mean, he never held it against me, though I sometimes think he should have. Because, I mean, he's not really the person to hold anything against people, but I mean, he has been a little troublesome during my life. I mean, no offense, but I mean, he knows that there was a period when I was not really happy to have him as my brother. A lot through my elementary school days. Actually, more like 5th or further to like 5th, 4th grade to like 10th. We didn't really hang out a lot, we still don't, but I mean, I do appreciate it more because he seems to have changed a little bit. So, which is always nice. Damn it. This is it. Where was I? Sort of phlegm in my throat. I don't like it. Yes, my brother, as I said, he was annoying for a lot of my life, but he changed a bit, and I also think I've changed a bit to see things differently than I did back then. I mean, I haven't changed completely as a person. I mean, I'm still me, I just have like one more quality to me or something. And that did not go well. How do I get a warp zone up there? I want to get it. Well, I was on the Halloween. Then my fear of darkness, which is sort of relevant to Halloween. Then to my brother being a bit of a not good person to me in my childhood. This didn't really keep on. What's the word I'm looking for? It didn't keep on. I get a warp zone later. What's the word I'm looking for? On subject. It got off subject fast. See, it's a fear of dark. It was always this. I had this friend. And whenever I would walk home from him, there was always like a really dark spot I had to go through, and that was like really scary to me as a child. So whenever I had a chance, I would always go around that spot. I would always go around that spot just to go use like an extra 10 minutes to get home, just so I could not go through a dark space. But the place I went through was like barely any lighter at all. I mean, it did mean a lot to me at the time, but I mean, when I think about it now, it's sort of stupid. I mean, my fear of dark is not completely gone, but it's not as bad as it used to be. So I got that going for me. Ah, damn it. Ooh, there's a... I think I need another character to get that one. But yeah, it's weird. Anyway, November. Also, November. What is even up with November? Why is it that so many games get released this November? Seriously, we have like Persona Q, which I really want. We have Pokemon. And Smash Brothers becomes at the end. I mean, it was supposed to come out in December, but now it comes at the end of November. Just so many games. I'm gonna be so poor by the end of this month. I mean, not really poor, but I will have used a lot of money then, and I don't really have any income, so yeah, it's not really good. I mean, I shouldn't really worry too much about income, because, I mean, you think I wouldn't, but I need to worry about income, because I don't really have a job, or I don't even live at my parents', so a little income would be nice. Then again, I could ask my parents to pay some things, but I don't really like asking people to do things for me. I'll prefer to do things on my own. And I do appreciate a little help, but I do always know of, I mean, it's what I've always used to do, just do things on my own. It's what I've always been doing in my life, and it's sort of weird just sort of asking for help, because I don't really want to bother anyone else. I got a key. As I said, I don't really want to bother anyone else, but there's always something. Some mumbling always. Because I don't want to, as I said, bother anyone else. I've been repeating that sentence like the last 10 seconds. Like 5 times. But I don't want to bother people because, you know, they could be doing something important or, you know, whatever. So I never really ask for people, even when it's not to take an hour out of my time to go to a friend's house. But, like, I'd rather just not call and just walk for an hour instead of asking him to, like, drive me, which takes like 10 minutes at the most. Maybe it's just me not being good with talking to people. I mean, it could be that. I would keep this relatively interesting. I'm not good at talking with people at all. Anyway, boss unlocked. Little Horn. Okay, let's see who this is. Oh, look, it's me. All my deaths. I think this is actually sort of bullshit. I mean, it even comes into the story that Meat Boy, if he dies, he just sort of respawn. Which is sort of bullshit to have a hero that can never die. But this boss. Remember this boss? Because he's really unfair. I mean, if you don't know his attack pattern like that, you can just die like that just instantly, and it's really unfair. But the fact that Meat Boy can't die is kind of bad in a story, because like the protagonist cannot die, so he's like, he can't lose ever. And I don't remember this boss's attack pattern at all, so this is gonna take a while. This boss is just really unfair, as I said. And I forgot that part. This is gonna be a long boss fight. Oh, almost forgot about that part. Okay, now it was the left, right, left, right. And what's next? Swing to the right. Head smash. I didn't really know it was head smash, but it sort of looked like it. And, what's next? And, ah, damn it. So close. If I remember correctly, he has to smash his head in like 3 times. That was almost at 3 there. Then right, jump over. This is almost like Simon Says, if I'm gonna quote a particular other person on YouTube. Why did I not mention names? Whenever it's like I quote someone on YouTube, I never say who it is, because I sort of feel like it's actually, I don't really know, it's just sort of weird to quote people, like I'm trying to sort of live on their fame. I mean, that's not really what it is, but I mean, it still sort of feels like that. Which is sort of weird. And head smash. There, finally. Whoa, Meat Boy, calm down. Meat Boy, you're an idiot. This game has its moments with funny stuff, and there's the squirrel again. Those squirrels just don't get a break at all. I have to go redo, get all the bandages and the warp stones later. And I'll have to, but I'm trying to 100% the game, so... Chapter 5.